Alright guys, we're back. This is a well overdue video. We are out here on the Stage 2 M2 Dodge City MX, a new track you guys haven't actually seen yet. The goal was to take this bike to Monster Mountain and see how it compared on the Supercross track compared to the other videos we've done. But they're closed this week and it's time I put some time in on this bike. My buddy Greg, who's normally on the RTR, he's going to be riding the Stage 2 M1, the 60 volt, and then I'm obviously going to be on the M2, the 72 volt. So we'll dive straight in and see what this bike can do. What do you guys think? Black on black. I actually haven't done anything to this bike since the first review where Greg and I went and just exploring the town. This thing made it like 45 miles or something. We're at 69 miles right now. It'd be good to see what kind of ride time we get with this being obviously a different type of riding. 69 miles and it is 11:15, so we'll plan to drain the battery today. We're gonna start right here. They call it the night track. There's lights and set up. This track actually looks like it's gonna be perfect for us. We're starting on sport mode. Feeling pretty confident we could jump most of these today. First jump out of the way. You gotta start picking them up one at a time. So you got that one. I should jump this one. That one's pretty smooth. We're gonna jump that one real quick. This is definitely e-bike type suspension, not motocross suspension. It's way different than what I'm used to in the backyard. There we go. Okay, we got 2 jumps. Well, I got 2 jumps. You gonna go check out the big track or? We'll go cruise. I don't think we can do much on the big track. This is kind of perfect for us to actually have to kind of ride it hard, but we'll go see what's over there. All right, this is Dodge City's main, like, big track. So apparently it was meant to rain last night. So right when we pulled in this morning, the first thing they said was they dragged the track and it's super powdery because they were expecting rain. But holy cow, like, you guys can't see it, but I just went through a section that the bottom of my bike dragged. But it'd be a good test to kind of see how much more this bike is actually working to push through. I'm pushing through the powder actually, no problem. Definitely wish my suspension was a little better, but I mean, we're on a stock bike, right? What do you think? Salt. It's powdery, isn't it? Whoa. Let's go to the other one. That was 5 miles of riding and we've killed 15% and 11:35, so about 15 minutes riding. So a minute per percent maybe. So it looks like the Supercross track's pretty over there. This one's pretty cool. Like you got the outdoor. Oh no, I think this is a proper pit bike track. This is too small. All right, this is in Coleman, Alabama. Hopefully this trail takes us to the Supercross track, which I think I see it down there. Found it. You can't see much of a track. Let's see what it's like. So we're not jumping this one. This one, okay, this is just a little roller table. This one's a lot more tame than the Monster Mountain Supercross track. Damn, oh my God. We might be sticking on the, oh, there we go. Oh, see, jump it right into a bush. We might be sticking on that night track. Oh, that goes nowhere, does it? Oh my God, I could just feel myself wanting to get whiskey throttle. You gonna follow a trail for a minute and see where it goes and go back to the track? You know, these bikes, they give you the feeling of riding a pit bike, but it's just more comfortable than an actual pit bike, right? So it's nice us grown men can come out here and ride these, and at least you're sitting in a comfortable position to feel like you're on a proper bike. Get some water and go back to the track.
Let's play water.
Whew. So for the first time on these e-bikes, I'm getting R pump. I've never actually been somewhere, whether it's the little bikes or the Stage 2, where I've actually ridden hard enough
to get arm pump. And I'm the typical bike guy. I ride with my arms and not my legs, everything else like I should have. But so we got that straight away. We got this straight away. I got this table. I need to get that table next. I just got this weird little hip thing out of this berm. I think I can get this, but to be honest, the suspension is kind of, it's so hard packed and skatey and dusty. I'm not hooking up, so everything I'm doing is very calculated. I want to make sure I hit everything perfect, right? So this actually might be my last one, being a step down. If I don't clear it, it's going to be a hard landing. Once I get that little double and that double up there, those are the biggest ones. I'm going to get both these and then work my way to the top. I can't seem to stop for that turn. Whew. Yeah, there we go. That's easy. All right, only 3 more. This one I have to set up for really wide, and I can just get that. That's the step down. And these, I know I can get them. I get it, I just gotta grow a set. That's all it is. Whew. 2 laps in, my forearm pump is back. Oh, dude. This bike could for sure triple that. All right, ride this wide. Boom, right there. Oh, I'm just being, let's take a rest. Not that I'm a skilled motocross rider by any means, right? I stay within my boundaries. It's kind of like, if I can predict it with a bicycle, I feel pretty confident on the dirt bike. But this Stage 2 M2 with the 7.2 volt, it is so touchy. Like, I almost don't trust myself yet, like off the lip. I find myself on new jumps, like the 60 volt on smaller jumps, I can control it a lot better because it's got good power. I actually ride the bike more in my backyard because it's built a little more for my backyard, the easy style riding. But this thing has so much power. The length of these jumps doesn't bother me at all. It's just giving it too much. I'm finding myself on the new stuff, my first hit, I'm riding really nose high, and I'm just giving a little too much off the lip, or I'm just not shifting my weight forward enough. So we're gonna be upgrading to proper moto suspension in no time. Greg's gonna be trading in his RTR for the Stage 2 here soon. All right, full lap. Okay, ready to go. Whoa, he's off track. Keep it going, Greg. All right, just jump it. What's the worst gonna happen? It's a flat landing, right? Oh my God. For my BMXers, that was like a kid that works up a pro set too much. That was stupid easy. Let's get some water. We can start turning full laps now. All right, check in. We're down to 81 miles, so we're over 10 miles, 62%. We'll check the time on the next one. All right, Greg, I got one more jump to tick off on that track. By the time that comes, I don't think I'm gonna have much gas left in me. All right, so we're, what was it, 11:15? Almost 1 o'clock. We're at 62% battery. I don't have the moto endurance, and it is about 95 degrees today, but I am pretty spent already. I'm not even halfway down. We almost got all the jumps now, so maybe we can start flowing full laps. I seriously gotta come out here more. It just takes time. I need to get more comfy because riding this is so much fun. This track is the perfect size for these bikes. I just haven't really properly ridden like this in years. So I'm finding myself just a little uncomfortable. Not riding with all the confidence I am on some of the jumps, and some of these bigger ones, I can just tell I'm riding a little more timid than I should be. Ah, that was it. I should have done it. Should have done it. Oh my God. I am for sure blowing out my seals. But you know what? I need a reason to put some good suspension. Maybe find an old 85 off Marketplace. Get some suspension I could dial in. I can tell I'm losing a little bit of power. I'm getting confident riding the throttle all the way off that lip, and it's just not really going how it was earlier. Oh my God, you're a there he goes. You're just beating yourself up. We're at 53%. I'm definitely feeling a power loss when I really hold it. Whew, let's take a break. Get some proper filming. We're gonna mimic a gate so it looks legit. All right, come on, you gotta do it this time. Let's do it. Ah!
Not enough gas.
Oh, I finally got it. Oh! I'm pretty sure I'm just completely roasting this suspension in this video. We're gonna have to upgrade to a proper moto setup, but I gotta get those cleaner. Not enough. I'm gassed. I officially don't have enough juice to get over that big one. We're at 39% battery, creeping up on 20 miles. Coming out of that turn, it's just, I can feel it bogging. I'm just doing a big bunny hop now. All right, I think that is enough. We obviously still have more battery. And I got a little bit of energy, but you know what? I don't need to push it. I jumped the step down. I officially jumped everything on that track, which was my #1 goal. Even though I cased the shit out of the step down, I think it's a good one we can end it on a good note. Safe to say that suspension is gonna be toast though. We decided we couldn't be here and not come explore some trails. We'll burn up some more miles and battery. This is the type of riding that Greg really does well at. Greg's only fallen once, and of course I turned the camera off right before he fell. Oh, this is a good section. Oh, I'm feeling like I'm on a downhill mountain bike right now. Does Greg survive? Oh no. Oh, there he is. That was a good one. Did you go down?
Almost.
Oh.
Took the bike away from me.
All right, we'll see you guys in the truck. 91 miles. So started at 69, was it? We only did 20 miles. How many miles did you do? Okay, so I did, yeah, so I guess I did right at 20 miles. I'm at 25% battery. What's your battery at? So Greg's on the 60 volt with 18% battery left. I'm at 72 with 25% battery left. I was obviously riding it much harder and got a bit more mileage out of it. So I feel like it's only fair if I get home, get these bikes cleaned up and really kind of dig, or at least this bike, and really kind of dig around. I put in 69 miles of riding in my yard in the streets before I got here. I am definitely noticing some new rattles, which is kind of expected after a ride like this, you know? I've literally never done any maintenance on this bike besides check tire pressure and check the chain. So again, I think it's only fair if we get home, clean it up, and actually dig around and actually see how much it held up, because that was a proper moto day for me. So we'll touch base in the shop. See you over there. All right, we're back in the shop. Bike is fully, well, semi-fully stripped down.
I actually came home and had a huge pit bike session in the backyard. All these bikes got completely trashed. They're so muddy. So after giving it 2 deep cleans, I went through everything and I just really wanted to see if there was anything that kind of broke loose or any weak points we might have found. Luckily, we don't have a gas-powered engine to take apart, so we're all good. Maintenance on these bikes are so simple. The maintenance and the cleaning, electric bikes win every time. So, did anything happen with this bike? Nothing obvious. I did notice, which after that day at the track, I knew I was putting the suspension through hell. Rear shock, there's no play. I was worried I might have some play in the suspension, but there's nothing. As we know, or maybe you don't know, the Stage 2 doesn't have a linkage system attached to the swing arm. It's just direct mount. But a couple of my earlier Stage 2s, I did notice they came a little loose. It could have honestly been something as simple as me just not kind of maintaining them and a couple bolts coming loose. But I've never touched the shock. The shock still feels great. But the front end, this front end is definitely not made to go ride motocross tracks, right? It's just the fast ace fork that you see on a lot of these E-motos. This is what I'm told is the most upgraded one. It doesn't have a lot of adjustments, but it does have the stiffest spring setup inside the fork. That's a little over my head. I don't really know how suspension works really well as far as diving internally on them, but I am noticing something loose here. After riding in the yard the other day, I'm definitely noticing I have play. If you look here, it doesn't take much to push in at that, I think they call that the high-speed stroke. It's just like when you're hitting braking bumps. I don't know what I've done. It doesn't feel like it's broken, but almost more like I've worn something out. But the more I kept riding, the more I kind of just forgot about it. I've never tensioned these wheels since I've gotten the bike, so I have a lot of loose spokes on the rear, as well as plenty of loose spokes on the front. You will see on the subframe, I broke off one of the little tail sections. I simply was trying to wheelie in the street and hit it, looped out, folded the back fender up, and it unfortunately bent one of these subframe bars, and as I was trying to slowly bend it back, it snapped. As you imagine, they're aluminum. So this bike simply just has so much power. I don't want to say too much power, because can we ever have too much power? But I've had trouble trying to wheelie this bike just because it is so touchy. To be fair, there's not much to even really talk about because the bike did phenomenal. My goal now is I would like to put a proper motocross front end on this bike. I know you see a lot of the guys on Surron really kind of moto them out. And I think if I can find a good 80-85 front end, this bike will be killer. It just needs a stiffer fork. I really just felt the front end diving a lot and really trying to, it has the power to jump some big stuff as you guys saw, but it just needs to be a little stiffer on the front end. So unless you're on motocross tracks, that's not going to be a problem that you ever have. Seals are good. I didn't blow out any seals, which I have blown out seals on my other Stage 2s that came with more low-end fast ace fork, which was kind of frustrating because the lower-end fast ace forks seem to blow seals pretty quick. This one, I've had no problems, no leaks. Seals are all fine, so the bike's actually good to go. Next upgrade I want to do, as far as like sizing and wheel setup, this bike was based off the YZ85. So the front's a 19, the back's a 16, which gives you enough clearance in your swing arm to be able to put a fat motocross tire. So Maxxis does a proper moto tire. I wanted to give the stock tires a go. I really want to let them wear out before I put new ones on, but I think that's going to be one of the first upgrades I do is, I mean, there's a cheap stock bike tire, right? So I really want to upgrade to a proper moto, good rubber tire in the back so we can just hook up a little better because I was feeling it. As dry and hard packed as that track was, I was skating around the back end a little more than I would have liked. So yeah, that's a wrap on this one. Pretty straightforward. If you guys are interested in getting yourself a Stage 2 M2, check out Razor.com. I would love to tell you I have a discount code below. But with tariffs and everything going on, they actually pulled that from me. So I don't have a discount code, affiliate code, or anything for you guys. But you can't be disappointed in this bike. I still absolutely love my 60-volt Stage 2s. Those are perfect for my backyard riding. When I ride this in the backyard, keeping it in D, which is like the middle level riding tune, D actually is pretty comparable to sport mode on the 60 volt. Sport mode on this bike for the backyard is just way too much. It has so much power to it. So yeah, check out razor.com for any extra information you might want on this bike. And I hope you pick one up and love it as much as I do. Until next time, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave some comments below on what you want to see next. Obviously, this page is really dedicated to all things two wheels. I'm a BMXer, but I also have a true love for this e-moto world. I want to branch out a little more and put more time on these bikes and kind of try to balance them both. So until next time, thanks for watching. Peace.